Hey guys, wanted to tell you what I've done with my Lone Wolf custom gear stick double steps. This is my second set and I've been holding off making this video. I wanted to get them as nice as I could, modded up, used, and relay back to you what I've done and my experiences. The first set that I got, I wasn't thrilled with them, so what I did was ended up selling them, and then I decided I want to give them another shot and put them through the paces. So one of the first things you do is take 5/8 shrink tube and put it over the standoff bolts, and it'll cover the nut as well, and then heat it up, shrink it down. And there was a lot of talk over these bolts, how they would hold up, and how they would hold as well. And from my experience, they hold pretty decent. They bite the tree pretty good. I think if the Versa button was a little lower, we would be having some better results with them. But overall, they're pretty good. They're not the best. They're not bee sticks on the tree, but they're pretty good. But I have not heard of anybody bending these, so that's great. And myself, I've probably abused them as well, and I haven't bent them. I've bent other bolts on other sticks pretty easily, so that's a good sign for me. You got to put a lot of tape on these things to make them quiet. One thing that I wish they did was, we got these holes here for the cabelators. Well, give us another set of holes here and another set of holes up here, and get us some stacking grommets. I think that would alleviate a lot of the sound problems, because you got a whole bunch of metal surface area here, and it's very easy to make them things tame. So what I did was I made my own stacking bushings. I brought these sticks over to a buddy of mine that's a machinist, and had him cut some nylon. And I don't use since we got these wings here, at first I thought these wings were horrible, but a lot of your noise comes from your Versa button sticking through and banging on this dropout. So what I had him do was make me these alignment spacers, and they help separate it. They're like an eighth of an inch we have here to space the sticks off of each other. And look, you got 4 sticks here. They're still extremely compact. There's just a little area here for them to stack. And like if you have ropes or straps, now they space well here, and you're not pinching them either. So I really like that. You do the ends. There is a lot of they will hit pretty easily, so you just do a little shrink tube. That 7/8 you use there. And I had him, since I'm not using cabelators, if you see one of my older videos, I have a Versa-ator that I put a hook on, and I hook it right into the dropout and use it like a Versa-ator. It works really well. And so you still got to tape them, and the tape actually looks cool. It takes a lot of work to make them look nice, but definitely not needed. And I took another piece of 7/8 right here of the shrink tube, and just did the top of the button, just because sticking it through that dropout really does make some noise. But as you guys can see, all I do is put that alignment bushing in and drop it down, and they're pretty dang quiet. Most of that noise you're hearing is actually from this concrete table. Actually, that is all the noise. So how I have them is, only reason I have the Versa buttons is to hang them off of me while climbing. Completely not needed, but I like Versa loops from TX5. That's what I use, and those things work great. So like, you have kind of one that has both, and I just alternate them. What's nice is I can do 2. If I want to pack them in 2s, I can have one with the Versa button and one without, and that works really nice. And also with this setup, I can do 2 as well. As for the sticks that have the nylon on the top where the Versa button would go, I also took a Dremel and cleaned it up to make it the same shape as the dropout. And the last thing I went and did was I put some gun glow on the top of the steps, on the top and bottom. That way at night you can really see it, and that gun glow is awesome. You can really see your steps and be safe coming down the tree. I also, since I'm not using these bolts, like I don't have any issues with stacking now, and I don't use the bolts, so now those are flush. They're a little bit longer, give me better spacing off the tree, and I just went and cut those alignment holes that were here, those tabs. They're not weight bearing or anything like that, so now there's even less noise coming from these. I went with buckleless. I thought that worked better than the daisy chains, and I'm not going to use a buckle on sticks. There's too many options out there to need that. So these are the Out on a Limb. They're 7.5 foot long, but I hunt some pretty big trees, and I found out that I couldn't get into some of the trees I wanted to. After making the knot, you lose a lot of rope. So I ended up making a set of extremely tight-eyed daisies, and I'd like to give these a shot. So yeah, the sticks, they're awesome. Could they be a little bit better on the tree? Yes, I think that could be solved if these tabs were a little bit lower, but ultimately pretty darn good sticks. I love the design, and yeah, that's been my experience and the mods I've done. So good luck and be safe, guys.